This is third quarter. I'd like to show you our schedule. So for third quarter, tandaan lang, it's within 8 weeks. So it started, the distribution was last February 4, but the start of week 1 for third quarter is on Monday, February 7. So the schedule for third quarter, so from the previous subjects, we have one additional. So ito na lang ang magiging schedule natin. So still Mondays, pwera lang sa February 7 kasi na-distribute na. So Mondays will be the release of new set of modules and submission of previous week's module. And for Tuesday, we have AP and ESP, magkasama pa rin. For Wednesday, we don't have science only, but we have additional subject of English. So yung dalawang English with English language na subjects, they are for Wednesday, so science and English. Tapos, ang Thursday is MTB, MLE, and MAPE. So, may pareho in Bicol. And then on Friday, we have math and Filipino. So, we have a total of 8 subjects. Pero ang nasa hetero, ano pa rin sila? 7. So, kasi wala pa naman silang science. So, this will run for 8 weeks ang third quarter. And then, after that, we are going to have the fourth quarter following the same schedule. Kasi ang third quarter and fourth quarter, lahat na nandyan ang subjects. So, that is our schedule for third quarter. And for week 1, what is in week 1 subjects for third quarter? Let's start with AP. So, tingnan muna natin ang laman ng AP. So, using the self-learning module, yan, pinaka-important kakayahan pang pagkanood. This is about about the school. So nasasabi ang mga importanteng impormasyon manungod sa sadiring eskwelahan, like pangaran, lokasyon, taon kan itinugda sa kapirang taon na ini. Okay, tapos followed by pangenot na konsepto, kahulugan. And then there is an example of a profile of a school, yung Carolina Elementary School. So, important details about the school on page 2. And then, ang gibuhan 1, isurat ang tama o sala kung ang mga nasambit sa mga nasambit na impormasyon about the Carolina Elementary School. And gibuhon 2, i-drawing sa laog kan kahon ang itsura kan eskwelahan mo ngunyan. So, don't worry, I will send lesson video about this. Yung lahat na gagamitin na information for this module will be presented to in the lesson video. And for Gibbon 3 naman, so this is a profile about Naga Central School 2. So kompletohon ang graphic organizer nganing ipahiling ang mga magkakanigong impormasyon manungod sa imong eskwelahan. So starting with pangaran, kinamumugtakan, pinakainot na naging principal. So don't worry, I will provide the information. All you have to do is watch it to be included in the lesson video, and then you can answer the details on Gibohon 3. Okay, followed by EP is ESP. So, sa ESP naman, ang laman ng ESP, so sa module na ini, manunodan an paagi kan pagiging masinunod-sunod o pagiging masunurin sa kan pagiging magalang. So, nandyan ang katuyuhan. Nakapagpapahiling nin man lain-lain na paagi kan pagiging masinunod-sunod saka magalang, arog kan, pagsimbag tulos kung inaapod kan miyembro kan pamilya, pagsunod din magian sa buot kung sinusugo, then pagsunod sa mga panundon sa harong saka sa eskwelahan. So we have here Gibbon 1, koloran mga retrato na nagpapahining ng pagiging magalang. We have here 5 pictures. And then in Gibbon 2, i-drawing an maugmang mukha kung dapat mo ining gibuhon saka mamudong mukha kung dai mo dapat gibuhon. So we have here 5 items. For Gibbon 3 naman, bilang sarong aking magalang sa masinunod-sunod, i-drawing sa kakoloran ang sa imong ginigibo sa harong o eskwelahan. So, one will be enough. And then on page 3, pagpapararom kan kaaraman. So, this is all about what was discussed in this module. So, that's it for ESP. And then followed by science. So, we have here, we are done with plants and animals and plants. Now, we go to matter or different materials. So, madali ito because we can see it. We can use our senses to tell something about the materials that we see around us or that we perceive. Okay, so what is this week one about? So at the end of this learning packet, you should be able to compare materials according to observable properties like color, shape, size, heaviness, texture, odor, taste, and infer from a given set of observations that some materials have similar and or different properties, and then order materials according to the degrees of their properties and identify materials based on their physical observable properties. So, beginning with activities, yan, put a check on the correct statement about the objects presented. So, that's 1 to 5. And then under analysis, there are materials that will be needed. So, you can prepare this. Ito naman, very easy to find. So, most of these are available. Siguro ang hollow block except kung wala namang pinapatayo or baka sa neighbor, within your neighborhood, baka may makita kayong hollow block. So, pwede naman tingnan lang. Or you can try to fill it. So, baka it will require you on the table on page 3. Tapos yan, so you have to do these steps 1 to 3, and then on the third step you have to complete this table. So you tell the color, shape, size, texture, and some you have to tell the smell and also the taste. For these gray areas, if the box is with gray color, it means that you don't need to answer them. Kasi hindi naman pwede ang taste ng bath soap. So, yan. Okay, that's why I provided gray for the blanks that you should not answer. And then there are questions followed from 1 to 5, and then conclusion, and then followed by analysis, and then the discussion about different materials and the characteristics of this. Tapos, followed by application, identify the object being described by its properties, write the letter on the blank. So, you have choices A, B, C, D, or E. Yan. Part B naman, think of an object for the following properties, draw and color it. And then, reflection. So, draw in the box your most favorite object that you have. You can have it as, pwede naman toy or anything. Write on the blank your reason. Okay, that's for science. And for English naman, for English, what we have here, it's about recognizing rhyming words in nursery rhymes, poems, and songs heard. So, what I need to know, yan, after going through this module, you are expected to sing a song with rhyming words, name the rhyming words in the poem, and identify the rhyming words. So, yan, starting with a short discussion about rhyming words. In MTB, this was discussed. It's called rima. And then in Filipino, it's called magkatugma. So, followed by activity 1. And then there are four blanks that you need to fill out. And then on page 3 is activity 2. You need to recite the poem. Write the word that rhymes with the words listed below. So, there are 5 items. And then activity 3, identify the word that rhymes with the underlined word. Write the letter on the blank. So you have choices A, B, C, or D. And followed by, as an adult, to help you in reading the rhyme, practice reading them aloud to improve your reading skill. So if you know the tune, pwede yon. Kasi you can try to sing it also, aside from reciting them. So that's for English. And let's proceed now with MTB. MTB naman, using the self-learning module, okay, ini tungkol sa participate actively in class discussions on familiar topics. So simply, this is about answering questions to tell important information. So like answering the questions ano, si isa, so arin, o kasarin sa inta, no. So, beginning with gibohon 1. So, this is short text and then there are 5 questions followed. Then, ang gibohon 2 naman, another story. Medyo, may, dinagdagan lang ng ilang words. And then, there are questions about it. 5 items. Followed by gibohon 3. Basaw ng istorya sa kasimbagan ng mga hapot. Isulat ng simbag sa simbagan. Here, write them on the blank. You don't need to provide an answer sheet. So, still, there are 5 questions. So, by answering them, you're going to give the important details from the story read or heard. Okay, next. After MTB naman, yung pang Friday, which is Math and Filipino. For Math naman, pagbilang ng grupo na may equivalent expression. So, all that we learned about addition and subtraction, ma-integrate na sa subtraction, ma-integrate na sa third quarter, and this is in the introduction of multiplication. So, para maintindihan ng multiplication, dito muna tayo sa equivalent expression. So, ayan, counting the number of groups and counting the number of objects in a group. So, it's about visualizes, represents, separates, and counts objects into groups of equal quantity using concrete objects up to 50 and write an equivalent expression. So, parang from what you have learned in math, in addition, na parang nalalaro mo na. Yan. And then, it starts with task 1. So, yan, it is explained. And then, we have here, gibuhon mo 1. From 1 to 5. Task 2 naman. Yan. Explanation mo na, and then followed by gibuhon mo 2. Yan. So, pwedeng you can draw lines so that you can tell the number of objects in a group. Yan. So, we have here number 1 until number 5 items. And then, task 3 naman, another short discussion, and then followed by gibuhon mo 3. So, that's it for math. And then, lastly, for Filipino, we have here using the Smile Learners Bucket. So, ito ay tungkol sa nababaybay o nai-spell mo ng wasto ang mga salitang natutuhan sa aralin at salitang may 3 o 4 na pantig. So, we discussed the letters, na talakay na ang letra, ang pantig, ngayon naman ang pagbabaybay. How are you going to spell words? Yan, may gawain 1. Tingnan ang mga larawan. Pagtambalin ang larawan sa tamang baybay ng pangalan nito sa pamagitan ng pagguhit ng linya. So, make sure that you use straight lines. For gawain 2 naman, pili ng salitang may wastong baybay at baybayin mo ito at isulat ang sagot sa papel. You just encircle. So, wag na po itong, you don't need to provide an answer sheet. Encircle the word with correct spelling. And then, gawain 3 naman, baybayin ang ginulong letra ng mga salita sa wastong baybay nito. Isulat ang sagot sa patlang. So, dito na. So, parang nakascrambled. All you have to do is to form the word. And gawain 4, pumili ng 10 bagay na makikita sa loob ng inyong bahay. Ilista ito sa baba na may tamang baybay. So, with correct spelling. Anything that you see around you, so list them down. 10. So, yan ang Filipino. So, ito ay gagawin sa loob ng 1 linggo for 1 week and to be submitted on January 14. So, next Monday, resume tayo ng Mondays na distribution and release. And then on that time, on that day, will also be the release of week 2. So, para dire-diretso na tayo. And make sure that you can finish this within the week para masanay na, or else baka may mga matambakan pa ng modules. So, make sure na these are submitted all together para walang ma-miss na module na hindi po matsasyakan and then hindi din marirecord. So, before submitting them, so make sure na you submit 8 modules with these subjects na AP hanggang Filipino. So, from Tuesday until Friday. So, that's it. I'm done. So, I hope you enjoyed this week's module. Goodbye.